It's Monday. I've been back at work for all of a day, 8 hours, whatever, 7.5, and I'm already in more pain than I've been in the last week with my hips. It's really frustrating to have to be putting so much work into just being able to sit down at work to just try and push through till I'm off. I have started to try and put things in place today to see if I can finish work any earlier, like for maternity leave, because this is just not okay. Didn't train this morning, took an extra rest day so that I could be ready. Wanted to do some cardio after work, but forgot that Andy needed the car, so I've not done anything apart from take Maggie out for a walk after work. But I'm hoping that tomorrow, being the day that the all-colleague call is on, and I'm able to get out more. I could have got out more today, but I just had so much to catch up on, or at least felt like I did. Frustrated, but I've also had a really bad stomach today, so it's probably safest that I stay at home because my arse is danger, which is slightly better than being really bunged up, so I'll take it. But yeah, it's just not been a great first day back, and I need to get back in the swing of taking some time for myself during the day so that I don't feel like this. But tonight Andy's going to give me a massage on my hips and try and help me. And I've got a massage with Katrina tomorrow. I've got preggy yoga tomorrow. I've got physio on Wednesday. I've got community midwife on Wednesday or Thursday. And then I've got the Arnolds this weekend, which actually will be better for me because I'll be up and walking around. Go figure. Tuesday. A nice surprise. I'm on the minutes for my massage, but I will update you on my Tuesday shortly. Oh my God. I am going to sleep tonight. I must. There's no way I can't after that. God. Oh, I've just had so many needles in my back and my arse. I've never had that before. I've actually just gone really cold and shivery. It's Tuesday. It's been a mad one. I have made sure that I've been more active today, but I'm still not active enough because I'm still in a lot of pain. Oh, I've started shaking already. Ooh. But I've got out for a walk. I've trained upper that I should have done yesterday but did today. I've been glued to my desk again because I've just got so much to do. But Katrina did actually pick up on, she was like, everything that you're feeling in your right hand side, which screen do you look at? How many screens do you have? I was like, I've got 3. She was like, do you look at the one on your left? And I'm like, yeah, that's the one I use the most. She thinks I'm squidging a little bit and rotating in my trunk to look at that screen. So baby is squidging herself on my right hip to have more room. So I'm going to try something with that tomorrow and just move things around a little bit. But oh, I've got a tight turnaround now for an hour before preggy yoga. So I'm going to go home, get changed, grab something to eat, grab my ball because I need my ball this week, go and pick up my mate Meg on the way, and then get over there. Oh my God, I can't stop shaking. What is wrong with me? Fucked. Wednesday with maths. It is Wednesday. I look very tired. I'm not as tired as I look. I actually managed to sleep quite well last night, but this morning I'm glad I've waited because this would have been an absolute 360. This morning when I woke up, very little pain, couldn't believe it. After yoga last night, after going to see Katrina last night and having all the needlework done, I felt relatively normal this morning, and it's the first time I've felt like that in, 6 weeks. Very little pain. I walked on the treadmill for 25 minutes. Felt exactly the same as yesterday. It hurts if I move. it hurts if I stay still. There is no fix for this that I have found so far. So it just is what it is, that I am just gonna have to struggle through, I think. Had physio this morning. Oh God, it was awful. It was so hard. Again, the whole thumb in the glute on the nerve thing is just agony, but I got it done. I've come back to work and I'm still in the same place with regards like how that feels in terms of sitting. But what I'm going to try and do over the next couple of weeks at work, there are lots of bank holidays. So I'm off on Friday. I'll be off next Friday. The following week will be a 4-day week as well. So my thought process is see how reduced hours go at work, and then start to make some decisions from that, whether doing less days at work helps. So I'll see how that goes. But because I had so many appointments this morning, I couldn't go and do some cardio. It is a rest day, but I intend to go and do the rest of my steps and my cardio later on this evening. Probably won't get all of my cardio in, but as long as I do an hour a week, I'm quite happy with that. And I'm not far off it, so I can't do much more when things are the way they are. But I'm trying, and that's the important thing. Also had a phone call with our estate agent today, and she said, wow, things are progressing really fast. I think you might be moving in 6 weeks. Latest 12. When do I give birth? 12 weeks. We knew it'd happen. She hates that. I was going to look at the baby. Thursday. It's Thursday. I did my check-in this morning. It is a rest day, although I have done over 6,500 steps so far. It's going to be a busy, man, I have not blended that well. Wow, that is not great from me. No, it's not a rest day. I've trained today. Oh my God, it's because it normally would be a rest day, but because I'm at the Arnold's this weekend, I trained this morning. I was thinking, how have I got so many steps in? Because I went to the gym and I forgot, and it is 12:20. Fucking hell. Did my check-in first thing. I wasn't feeling any particular kind of way about it because I've just got to a point where I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to keep moving. Whether that's, sorry, I've got such bad heartburn. Whether that is with walking, whether that's with cardio, training, everything. And it was all right, it was good. So I've done that. Gone to a midwife's appointment. Everything's good. She's taken some blood actually today because I was like, look, it bothers me from an aesthetic point of view, but there's something deeper here that we need to look into. And it was about my hair and how it's breaking off and thinning really badly, but it has been for a while. And before I got pregnant, I'd already noticed a bit of breakage. So it's not necessarily the pregnancy, but it's not going to help things, is it? So I've got her to take some blood and she will report back on that. I'm seeing her again in 2 weeks' time because they're fortnightly now, once I've got past the 26-week mark. And I'm 28 weeks today, so 12 weeks to go. There was nothing to report. My boss has put in a meeting today from 9 till 4, so it's going to be a long one, which I've dipped in and out of on the way to appointments and stuff. I'm just having some lunch. But we're at Baby Club, Busy Bumps, tonight because neither of us can make it tomorrow night because with me being at the Arnold's and stuff. So we've had a little switcheroo and I'm off tomorrow. and I'm gonna start tonight getting myself ready for the weekend, like attempting to shave my legs, maybe doing a tan. Well, not maybe, there will be tanning done, whether it's tonight or tomorrow, I don't know, because I don't know, expos and stuff nowadays are like my equivalent of a night out with the girls. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm really looking forward to it. Be really different this year. Haven't seen anybody confirm that, like, who's exhibiting. Know who's competing, but haven't seen any brands turn around and be like, yeah, we'll be at the Arnold UK, which I find bizarre. Makes me a little bit like, what's gonna be there? I'm sure we'll find out. Weight today is absolutely bang on where it was last week, but composition wise, and I don't like to say leaner, excuse me, but my composition this week is different to last week. Like the weight is holding better and looking better on me, and I think that is partly because I can't eat as much. She is squishing me. It's interesting that my weight hasn't changed and I haven't pooped properly for like 5 days. But yeah, it's starting to look a little bit better on me, I think. I'm starting to like the look a little bit more, which is a nice place to be, because that early stage where you start putting weight on and you don't look pregnant is rough. Okay, it is Friday. It's on my way to the Arnold's day. Like, I'm not there today, but I'm there tomorrow. But I am travelling today to go and meet the girls at the Airbnb and have a night with them before we have tomorrow to spend the day at the Arnold's and go out for a handbell in the evening. And if you know me, you know I love handbell. This morning I have trained lower as far as I practically could because I felt like utter shit. I've done a little bit of cardio. I have showered, tanned, I will re-shower, I've packed, I've walked the dog. I've just done a little bit of prepping, which looks a little bit different to anything I've ever done before because I don't know what I'll want, but I've made up some combos and some components for safe stuff, which seems to be like the way forward. In fact, I'm going to add a couple of bananas to that. Packed clothes wise, I'm going to sort a bag out that I'll be taking with me tomorrow, and then I'm going to do my nails, wash my tan off and probably get off because I am picking up something off Facebook Market on the way there. So what I tend to do if I'm going anywhere, which is very different to Lincoln in terms of very different search radius, I'll have a look for things that I am on the search for, and I'm picking up a snooze basket, a baby bath, and a couple of Love to Dream swaddles from somebody for 30 quid. Okay, on the way. So I'm doing that and then I'll go over. But I'm on the minutes. It's 1 o'clock now. I thought I'd have left by 2. Don't think so. And yeah, I've got a lot of shit to sort, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So in the stash, we've got a couple of chicken, rice and veggies meals with a little bit of garlic sauce. We've got some fruit, my poo fruit. We've got a couple of these just in case I have an episode of low blood pressure. Whey, oats, Frosties, a little bit of chocolate to put on any oats that I make with my bananas in there, squeezy peanut butter, chicken sausages, avocado, bagels. Safety. Safety. And yeah, like, I can eat all of those things, no matter how I'm feeling. Little browser strum.
With those laser beams. 6, Ashlyn. 7, Alice. 8, Sophia.
Let's go, Phoebe.
This year we had to lose our space. We've lost dancing.
2, 4, 6, and 8. Back to the diagonal, please.
Heading back in.
So unbothered by doing these days, it's ridiculous. Doesn't even have boundaries.
Hello, it's Sunday. I've said a million times I need to wash this coat and I still haven't. I'm really sorry. I promise I'm not such a scruffy bitch as I may appear. The Arnolds yesterday. Weird one. Like, enjoyed it because I was there with the girls and we had a good time and we will always have a good time. But it was chaotic. Like, it was hard work, especially at 7 months pregnant. Even the girls were struggling with it. A lot of exhibitors had pulled out, as I suspected, because there was very little advertising from Young LA, Gymshark, some of those bigger brands that we expected there because they're sponsors and blah, blah, blah. But what they had done was sold a similar amount of tickets. There was the same amount of people there, but they'd made the venue much smaller, which created a lot of queues, a lot of bottlenecks, not a lot of room to move. I was very conscious of protecting Baby Bump as we were moving through crowds. A lot of brands that I didn't know there, and usually they're in like pockets of the expo that are a little bit further removed. But because it had been much smaller, a lot of the brands that I didn't know were then part of the throng that I wasn't exactly interested in. But there were still brands that I knew there. It was good to speak to the lads from Strom and catch up with them a little bit and have a laugh. Get on really well with them. And Laura's really close to them. Really nice to watch bikini. Like, as a figure athlete, I don't usually take loads and loads of interest in bikini because my focus is figure. But at a pro level, I can really, really appreciate it. And I can really appreciate a very good bikini athlete anyway. It's beautiful. It's beautiful when it's right and the right shape is there. But it was lovely to see some of the bikini pros yesterday. Phoebe Hagen looked amazing. A little bit disappointed for Kerry Sexton because she looked great. And I think she placed 7th. And I was expecting a much higher placing for her. So it's just the way that a show day goes. Phoebe came 2nd in the end. Ashlyn took 1st. So good for her. They both look fantastic. I wanted to be on that judging table, to be honest. But so we walked around the expo. We went into Birmingham a little bit, went around the bull ring, grabbed a couple of bits, and then went out to Hambao for dinner, which was delicious. But after that, I did drive home. I drove home at about 9 o'clock at night because I'd had a terrible sleep the night before and I was really struggling with discomfort because my digestion was really poor yesterday. I didn't know whether I was even going to be able to eat my burger because it just, for a few days, nothing's been coming out. So therefore, a big meal doesn't feel like it can get in and you just get to a point where you don't want it. And I was really disappointed that I felt like that because I've been looking forward to that Hambao since I booked it in November because it's just one of our favourite places to eat. But it was still very nice. And then I drove home afterwards to get into my own bed and I had a very nice sleep. The clocks have gone back an hour today and I'm just at the gym to do some cardio. So I'm going to kick off the week with a bit of that, get a little bit in, do a few steps. I got a lot of steps in Friday and Saturday. So if I'm not, really consistent with 8K over the next few days before my check-in, it won't matter too much because my average will probably still be way up. I think I got about 13,000 in yesterday and similar on Friday. Don't even know how, really. Just had one of these, which is the new Hydromax carbonated drink that Strom have produced. So it's practically the same in terms of what the Hydromax formula is. I haven't been buying Hydromax for a while just because I don't really need it. But it is probably of the very few carbonated drinks that you can get on the market that don't have caffeine in them. So it was quite nice to pick up a couple of those. I picked up the USA cherry flavour, which this one is, and I had the sour apple one yesterday. And I can't remember what all of the flavours are, but there is a pina colada. They're not allowed to call it pina colada, so it's coconut and pineapple, but it's pina colada. And there is another one, but I can't remember what it was. But the sour apple one is very nice as well. So I've just had one of those. I drank about 7... How many litres of water did I drink yesterday? It was obscene. Over 6. Still nothing shifting. She's growing at a rate of knots at the minute, which means I feel like I can get very little food in and not a lot is coming out either. And I can see it in my body composition changes. I said it to Andy this morning when I was getting dressed for the gym that I'm holding a lot less fat on my legs than I was. Like, I can see it in my composition, my cellulite, my general metabolism has gone up. So in terms of my calorie needs, I need more. I can't fit them in. I haven't changed my calorie intake from the start. So the body fat that I've put on previously, I think is leaving me, which is quite nice. Puts me in a good position post-birth to strip some off, because of course I'll want to do that. It's not comfortable for me to sit heavier, just for mobility and just aesthetics as well. So I am looking forward to a little bit of that coming off, as it should do, especially with breastfeeding. So, but yeah, I am a lot happier with how I'm looking. I got some really, really nice compliments yesterday as well from several different people that I didn't expect. Yesterday I did make an effort with my makeup and things, because I was just like, I can't, my hair is not very nice at the minute. I hate my hair because it's just snapping off and it's brittle, it's dry, it's a lot shorter than I would want it to be, it's a lot less thick than I'd like it to be. It just makes me feel like shit. And obviously I have been a little bit in my head about fat gain, but not caring about it as such, but just conscious of it. And bodybuilders are so funny because they will come up with really creative ways to tell you that you don't look as fat as they expected. And a lot of people like, oh my God, wow, you cannot tell in your face that you're pregnant. And I was like, thank you. Like, you're not holding any of it in your face. And I'm like, thank you. Oh, you don't look pregnant from the back. You've still got a waist. Thank you. We're just a fucking another breed, aren't we? But it was nice to catch up with some friends. It was nice to see people. It was nice to spend time. But considering the ticket price was exactly the same, it was a lot smaller. I want to see a lot more from them advertising the Arnolds again, in terms of who's going, how big it's going to be, what's going to be there, I think, before I buy another ticket again. I did see a lot of people there with kids though, which was quite nice. They are welcome and it is doable. So it's somewhere that I can see us going in the future with baby T. So that's nice.